Be careful. She helped Wyan to sit on the bed, who got injured after falling from the stairs harshly. Her right hand fractured and knees scraped badly. Do you want me to bring something for you? I don't want anything, just sleep. Okay, take care, and if you need anything, then call me. Lara took her leave while Wyan covered herself with the blanket and drowned into the deep slumber, since her whole day was undoubtedly bad. Taking 8 straight long hours of sleep, she finally opened her eyes and looked at the other side bed like always. There he was sleeping on his stomach, shirtless. The contrast between his cute face and his perfect hot physique amazed her once again. He was a baby in a giant man's body that unknowingly a smile spread on her lips. After a tiring day, that view was definitely a healer. Jungkook was her crush, but his rude, reserved, and constant rejection to girls stopped her from expressing her feelings. She didn't want to be added to his rejection list. Feeling the sudden dryness in her throat, she decided to walk to the kitchen for the water, but one step on the floor and she fell on the ground with a painful yelp which disturbed his sleep. In the dim light of the room, he noticed her shining tears over her cheeks and immediately threw the shades from him. He analyzed her situation and held her in his arms. Shock was written all over her face by his gentle touch, which turned into the red shade of pink. He placed her on the bed carefully and sat beside her, being damn concerned. How did this happen? I fell from the stairs. She bit her lower lip due to nervousness. It was barely an occasion when they talked despite living under the same roof for more than 4 months. You are a walking disaster. I'm not in a mood of your bullshits. Where were you going, by the way? Kitchen. I'm thirsty. Wait here. She saw him moving out of the room, and a minute later he came back with a water bottle. Opening the cap, he passed it to her, which she chugged down in one go. Thanks. Hope you don't disturb me again. He was concerned yet decided not to show it and earned a disbelief look from her. Rude jerk. She mumbled, but it was audible enough for Jungkook, and with a secret smile he lay on the bed, not forgetting to check on her throughout the night. With the opening of the eye, she found him inside the room doing push-ups, which was a rare sight. He preferred the gym, but because of her, he stayed. Not disturbing him as he wanted, she called Lara, but her phone was switched off. This girl don't know how to charge the phone. She huffed annoyingly as her bladder was throbbing, but to her surprise, Jungkook embraced her in his arms and moved to the bathroom. Fresh up till I'm bringing Lara. He moved out without forgetting to close the door, and at the moment she was really thankful to him. She followed her morning routine, and later Lara came for help. Lara helped her to wear the clothes, to comb her hair. She did everything since joining university was important for the presentation, or else she took rest. Ready? He finally came inside the room and Wyan nodded unknowingly. Let's go. Placing his arm beneath her knees and waist, he held her in his arms effortlessly again. Including Lara, students was giving them a look of shock which was making Wyan super shy. That's the progress, she mumbled, following them until they reached the classroom, and he carefully made her sit on her respective chair. Don't you dare to try to walk by yourself, I'm here for you. Her heart pounded inside her ribcage, and unknowingly a shy smile crossed her pretty face with a light nod. Now divert your focus from me to studies. He walked away, hiding his small grin, leaving Wyan embarrassed, but Lara was Lara. She nudged Wyan's shoulder with a knowing, mischievous look. What? Something, maybe. She gave a glance to Jungkook, who was now busy with the book as the topper he was, and tried to concentrate on the ongoing lecture. The whole week, Wyan was having the best time in Jungkook's arm. As his promise, he didn't let her to step on the floor, not caring about the gays, gossips, but kinda enjoy the rumors. This week, Wyan's knees healed and she could walk properly without any pain or discomfort. Currently, she was watching a movie lazily when Jungkook approached her. Let's have dinner. Where is Lara? She's doing extra hours. She nodded, turning off the laptop, and sat beside Jungkook on the couch. There were some noodles, kimbap, and fried rice, but Wyan had no idea how she would eat. Don't worry, I'll feed you today. She was surprised once again, taking care of her the whole week to feed her. Their story was surely progressing in a good way. She opened her mouth to take a full spoon of fried rice. Their gaze met, and damn, the moment was so blissful for them. With the same spoon he had the rice, and his expressions turned angry. Her lips twitched into a smile since he looked so cute, and with the random conversation to tip, their cozy dinner went peacefully. Thanks, Jungkook. How many times would you thank me? As long as you're helping me? Do something else. I'm tired of hearing thank you. His gaze turned soft to intimidating that she found herself drowned in them. What do you want me to do? I don't think you are ready for it. With her unwavering gaze, she didn't realize when he came closer to her that their breath mingled. The proximity was making nervous as hell that her breath became abnormal. There was a silence, a comfortable silence, when eyes were trying to showcase the real emotions, but their moment interrupted with a loud thunderstorm. I think rain is going to pour. She looked at the balcony, getting the opportunity to break the tension between them. Seeing the rain in the moonlight, a smile spread on her lips, and she headed to the window. Wyan, you'll get sick, but you are here for me. Unknowingly, she said, extending her hand out of the window. While staying silently, Jungkook admired the beauty in front of him. She was right, he was there for her and will always be. She was now partially wet due to the rain direction, so not letting her be more drenched, he walked towards her. Let's go to bed, or else you will get sick. Just a little more. She protested as Jungkook tried to drag her with him, but the next moment she was pulled by him. I can't see you in pain. Silence, only silence, but the heartbeats of them could be heard, and shyly she went inside the bathroom to change the clothes, while Jungkook brushed his finger through his hair with a smile. Later, both of them wished a good night to each other and lay on their bed, while rain was kept pouring. The temperature kept falling, which caused Wyan to shiver automatically. She covered herself with the blanket fully, but nothing worked, and pain in her hand was also making the situation more stressful. On the other hand, Jungkook got up to get the water when he noticed Wyan. Wyan, what happened? I'm feeling cold. Her voice came out barely, but enough for Jungkook to listen, and he immediately closed the windows. Coming back to her, he checked her forehead, and she was burning in fever. I told her not to get drenched. He immediately checked the cupboard for the medicine and came back to her, helping her to sit. He made her gulp down the medicine since she was barely opening her eyes. You will feel better soon. Not having strength, she rested her head on his shoulder and snuggled into him since his body warmth was calming her. Laying down with her, Jungkook properly embraced her in his arms before covering themselves with a comforter. He was definitely feeling something being with her this close and unable to sleep the whole night due to the concern and tingling feeling of his heart. Wyan was shocked as she found herself in his arms, yet felt soulless comfort and safe. Her fingertips gently caressed his hair to his cheek, but she immediately dropped it. Jungkook flickered his eyes, so she closed her own eyes. Stop pretending. She hesitantly opened her eyes but immediately looked away. His piercing gaze just inches away lips made things hard for her. How are you feeling now? Good, all thanks. His thumb pressed against her lips, causing her to look at him with a surprise. Instead of thanks, you should give me a kiss now. Her eyes widened to the utmost size, which Jungkook found cute. On my cheeks. He extended his cheek to her and she placed a kiss on it with hesitation before moving to the bathroom shyly. Like that, days were passing and the bond between Wyan and Jungkook was progressing beautifully, so their feelings. This was not just a crush anymore, but more than that. Now Wyan was at the university park reading a book, but her thoughts kept diverting to Jungkook and a smile spread on her pretty face, but something hit her mind. Is he really into me or just his infatuation? Suddenly everything felt so uneasy to her and her never-ending overthinking was not leaving her side. No, I see in his eyes he likes me. Placing the books on the glass, she plucked the rose flowers and started to pluck it while saying, he loves me not. It was childish, yet to calm her heart, she kept going until last petal. He loves me, no. He's madly in love with you. Calming the burning sensation of her heart, he came towards her. She was looking at him surprised yet with the most lovable gaze. Jungkook? Yes, Jungkook's girl. She sucked the breath the way he brought her closer to him and with unwavering eye contact slicked the hair behind her ear. Your girl? I just confessed to you, Kim Wyan, that I, Jeonjungkook, is madly, obsessively in love with you. His fingers brushed her cheek to her jawline tenderly and with a little jerk he pulled her face even closer. So, you wanna be my only girl for the rest of my life? How can I say no to you, Mr. Roth? It's definitely a yes. And eagerly he claimed those lips to pour his love and emotion into it, and she replied with the same intensity.